My name is Chris Shankowski. I'm the CEO and founder of remotestaff.com or .com.au or .co.uk. It's a business I founded about 10 years ago. So in the Western world, we assume that our staff can easily get this quite easily. But I think in the remote landscape, the virtual landscape, these things are not that easily identified. And the staff, the gap between what you think they understood versus what they really understood can sometimes be a chasm, So that these things, unfortunately, over time, reveal themselves. They don't necessarily reveal themselves at the beginning, and especially because they speak such good English and communicate well, doesn't mean that they comprehended well. So it's often you can't assume. 10 years ago when I started Remote Staff, there was 200,000 full-time people working in the BPO sector of the Philippines. Now, 10 years later, there's 1 million. And of that 1 million, there are 900,000 working in the call center customer support sector, 100,000 working in various other roles, medical, legal, design, development, SEO, and so on. So often somebody will come to us for the first time, hire somebody, and it turns out really bad. Like, day 2, day 3, they cancel and they quit on the whole thing. I think outsourcing is too important to give up on it so quickly. You got to really judge it correctly, that you just had the wrong talent. You were unfortunately not given somebody that we all thought was viable for you. But that person had different intentions or wasn't resonating with your work style or your company objectives. These things happen, and sometimes you're not going to really know until you start working with them. No matter all the best recruitment checks and measures that can be in place, it might not always turn out at the beginning. And if it doesn't turn out, that doesn't mean that's a loss. At the end of the day, we have all products, we have services, we all have to recognize that our uniqueness, because we can be emulated, we can be copied by anybody these days. The landscape is radically changing. Our point of difference in any business that we establish is our people. We have to recognize that if we evolve as a business, if we grow as a business, it's an evolution that occurs via the people we work with. So the sooner as a businessman you recognize that you're not in business because you have a product or service, you're in business because you have people that can deliver that product or service to an ongoing order system and repeat business that just helps you grow and grow. With Remote Staff as a business, we hold a unique position in the market because there's a lot of office solutions. There's a large freelance market center where you can hire anybody you want these days, on demand almost. And then there's us, which is a hybrid of the two. We provide at Remote Staff the type of involved HR, recruitment, and support services that you could find in an office setup, but in the virtual landscape. Whereas in the virtual landscape, in the freelancing market center, you don't have that support structure. You don't have that full involvement. Whereas you kind of like in the virtual landscape, you hire somebody, it's between you and that staff, you're left on your own. Whereas with Remote Staff, you have us involved with you on that journey to improve the odds of your outsourcing success. We specialize in 1 to 15 hires in the remote landscape. We believe that if you're going to hire 1 or 15, keep it remote. If you're going to hire more than 15, don't do it remote. Just put it in an office. It's better.